Hey guys, and welcome to Daily Commitment, where we do a little bit of exercise every day, then we increase that exercise very slowly. We're out here, it's a beautiful sunny day. We're going to do our hanging exercise first. Now I only counted to 45 last time, but I was counting really slow. I made it almost a full minute last time hanging, so that's very encouraging. Or 43 actually. I only counted 43 last time. So that's great. So our hanging times are increasing. And one of the trouble here is the grip actually isn't that great. I'm going to play around with the grip a little bit. I might get a little less time, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The hanging's going well. We'll start with just simple hanging, guys. We're just hanging. We are going to move this into push-ups eventually, but right now we're just hanging. We're strengthening our shoulders, our grip, and a lot of other things in this very slow build-up manner. And then we'll build up to the pull-ups or the chin-ups or whatever you want to call them. So here we go. Let's see how we do. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Oh, well, I only got to 33 instead of 43 like yesterday, but guys, I'm telling you, the grip wasn't that great that time. I was kind of pulling up a little bit to change the angle. Also, stretching my shoulders out felt really good. So this shouldn't be a super painful exercise. This should be something that you build up, where it's comfortable. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. That was actually pretty good. Oh yeah, normally I do the jump cut. I guess we're doing the walking cut now. Well, it gives me more time to blabber while we're walking around. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, guys, but yeah, so don't kill yourself on any one hanging day. You're going to be doing this every day. You're going to be building up slowly. I counted to 33 that time. Last time it was 43 I counted to, but still, my left hand actually didn't have quite as good a grip as last time, so I was slipping, and I'm like, well, I don't need to kill myself. I'm telling you, all those muscles are going to build up over time. No reason to rush them. Now, I didn't bring my weight belt out here, so maybe I'll do a jump cut later to go get that. Anyway, let's get these curls done. A lot of interesting things actually today to talk about. And we'll talk about some of them while we're doing these nice and easy curls. Again, kind of like the hanging. It's not a very intense exercise. This is just 10-pound curls. We're going to be doing 19 times. Or no, today is Sunday, isn't it? We're going to be doing 20 times. This is our last week of doing 10-pound curls, and we're going to be moving up in weight. So we're going to be doing these 20 times all week. Rule of 20 that I just made up. That doesn't mean it's any good, but that's my rule. And we'll see how it goes. And you guys can copy me or make up your own rules, as they say. Anyway, so there's 10. We'll do the next 10 here. These are so easy. Alright, so what's next after this? Oh, I know what else to talk about, guys. The squats. So I was looking at the primal squat video, which by the way is linked down in the description down there. And in that video, the guy talks about feet positioning, right? So when he talks about feet positioning, he talks about kind of having a straight feet positioning instead of this angled feet positioning. Like right when I learned squats, I thought it was supposed to be, your two feet were both angled out while your heels were kind of angled in. And then you kind of took the midline of that angle and you made that your shoulder width. So your feet were a little wider than shoulder, your heels were a little closer than shoulder. So that seemed pretty good, it seemed kind of natural. And I did notice I was having this kind of collapsing issue, and I think I addressed that with the spread. You see me do the spread with my elbows. Anyway, the guy talks about having your feet pretty much straight, and you're still going to be shoulder width apart, but your feet are going to be straight. Now he's talking about squats that are more for sitting around for maybe an hour or two, or whatever, just sitting around while you eat dinner. He's talking about 80, 90-year-old people can do this because they've always done this because they don't have a bunch of chairs, and this is just the human natural position, for pooping or for anything else. I don't know, by the way, if I did 15 or if I did however many. That feels like I already did 20. Let's just stop. This is such a lightweight, just about doing it every day to build that habit and your timing and all those other things. Anyway, so let's talk about this feet positioning a little more. So so it's still shoulder width. He's got it shoulder width, and then he just comes down right there with his feet basically straight. Maybe a little bit out, maybe like that. But anyway, and he just comes straight down to his squat, and he's talking about this primal squat position. He's got his feet maybe even a little straighter than that. He's got his feet pretty straight. And so they're about like that. Right now we look at this. They're out a little bit still. But I was going for more this type of thing. You see me pull my heels in. More 90-degree thing. So it's like a 90 degree each way. And what he's saying is you're going to kind of have this unnecessary pressure in, which I felt. That was part of the reason I was doing this guy here. Anyway, so I'm just going to try to let my feet be a little more straight today. Maybe not perfectly straight like some crazy thing, but just have a real natural way of doing it. So when I come into my stance, I'm going to kind of walk into it here. I'm kind of looking down. Not trying to push anything. My feet look about like that. So anyway, it's going to be interesting. I forgot the weight vest, so I'm going to go grab it. We're going to do our famous jump cut here. These are fun. And we'll be back in a second. Or maybe if I can hit the button. Oh, we're back. Anyway, I got this guy, but I forgot. And I think I keep calling it a weight belt instead of a weight vest. It's weird. But I forgot I haven't even done the push-ups yet. So let's get that going. And again, I'm still happy with 5. I really want to still be concentrating on 4, and 5's a nice number. I have done 6, I think once or twice. I think once, at least, for sure. On this nice sunny deck here. It always inspires me to do better push-ups. So anyway, we'll just see how we feel. I actually did 4 last time because I was doing this thing where it came all the way down and kind of merged into the ground and then tightened up again. Plus I did that plank thing. So it's kind of doing things different rather than keeping momentum on them. Not momentum, but just like a nice even reciprocal motion where you don't let go of that plank that you have every time. Anyway, so I know I'm repeating myself, so let's just get going. I watched my last video, guys. I was blabbering forever. I'm like, when do I get to watch this guy do a workout? He just really talks a lot. So anyway, it's kind of funny. Anyway, right here, down. We're going to go back a little bit. We're going to try to make sure our shoulders stay where we can kind of feel them against our sides there. So they're nice and tight. They can come out a little bit, but you don't want them to come out much. All right, so pop legs, pop butt, or tighten, I mean. Tighten chest, head, neck, everything, whatever. We're coming up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I think my right arm flared a little bit there. 4. I think 5 is going to be good. And 5. And you can see us slowing down on 5 there. So that's pretty solid 5. And yeah, I'd like to increase those. We're still kind of getting our form down where it just feels natural to be on to have our arms at our side and stuff. So I kind of wanted to get 6, man. I thought the sun might get going, but I definitely felt out of it. All right, so now we're going to do these squat things we've been talking about. So what I'm going to do here is get my weight vest on. I love how I've been doing squats for, 560 workouts, and now I'm like, hey guys, let's change something up on them. But I think that's the way to do it, guys. I think you got to try different things. Some of the other squat videos I was watching talked about how longer-legged people they're gonna have a different posture than shorter-legged people. So I'm sure some people have wider hips or feet that are set differently or whatever. So I'm gonna walk into it right here. I'm just gonna walk right here. All right. I'm standing, my feet, instead of trying to get 90 degrees, they're just a little bit out here. You can't quite see it, but they're coming. My legs look kind of straight down here. My feet are just out a little bit to make it comfortable. All right, so now we're gonna come down. This is so weird. Look at my knees. Normally, now this is now we're getting to this primal squat position this guy talks about in the video. And he comes up from this position multiple times. My knees aren't anywhere near out here, which is what I was shooting for. And I can still put them out, even with my feet not being like this. But now when I put them out, they kind of splay in a funny way. So I don't know, man. I'll tell you what. Let's just try to do it, quote, his way. We are letting our knees kind of stay in. We're not spreading them. Man, I'm going to have to go look at some other books, because I definitely remember in the starting strength one, they had this thing where you put them out like that to make sure they're far enough apart. And you can't do that unless you put your feet. I'm going to go ahead and just rotate my one foot. Now I can do it. And it's a stretch. But if I put this foot back where it's kind of more straight, yeah, no, they're like this, which I think does make more sense for a stable position like this. But who knows, man? I'm going to try it like this. We'll see how my knees feel. I definitely was getting some stress on my inner thing and getting my knees aligned when I was trying to spread it extra. So maybe just that middle position is just right. But we're going to see. This is kind of a weird straight one. I'm not going to do the Superman, because I'm going to try to kind of watch my feet and see how I feel. I'm just going to do I'm going to go from this kind of primal squat position, which I do agree, by the way. Having your feet kind of straight, I don't know, this feels pretty good right here. This is nice. You know, when it's like this, here we're going to spread both feet. You do kind of feel like you're falling in, and there is some pressure on that. It might help you keep your knees lined as you come up, though, which I think is why they have you do that other thing I was doing. But anyway, we've got our feet more straight now, and we're just going to come up. All right, that's weird. It's a weird squat, man. The knees in front squat, I'm going to call this. 2. This is interesting. It's funny how almost every rule or idea I've learned isn't 100% correct. It's correct sometimes or in some ways, but it needs adjustment. So we'll see how this goes. So 3. We'll just come down to this resting position every time, because that's kind of the idea of the primal squat. 4. Getting up. It's almost like we've been sitting around all day playing checkers or whatever. And then, you want to go somewhere? Let's go. 5. The head tuck is definitely key, making sure your alignment is straight. That's something I learned early. And when you go like this every time, you definitely get this weird thing in your neck. So keep that up. Where are we on? 5 here? Where's that 6? I know we're going to call it 5. We want to make sure we get all our squats in today. Right? 6. And I'm going to see where I feel worn out, or if I feel maybe even less worn after these squats. 7. They're probably both valid ways to do a squat, and you have to kind of listen to your body, as they say. 8. 9. 10. Definitely feel like I'm sitting like back more on my haunches. That's interesting. 11. Like I almost have to lean forward to start the squat. Like I'm way back here and I have to like lean forward and then get going. Was that 11? 12. And it's tiring out a little, the muscles, hitting the muscle a little different too. 13. 14. I'm letting my feet come out just a little bit here. It's making it a little bit easier. Did I say 15? Who knows? But not as extreme as before, and it's kind of a narrow squat. I'm not spreading my knees much, but I am kind of going like this just naturally as I get. Not as extreme as I was, but just a little more. Feels a little more comfortable coming up. Where is that, 16 or 15? I don't know. We're going to say 16. 17. Interesting. 18. Still tiring. 19. Well, I did mess up the count on these. 20. Definitely interesting, guys. This, you got this primal squat, this just kind of chilling primal squat thing I'm doing right now. I get an extra 20 pounds on me. It's not super uncomfortable. when I spread like this, I could feel that extra weight kind of pulling me in that center. But still, I definitely felt more power in my squats when I came out a little bit. So maybe just the middle between that, maybe it just depends on your body type. Maybe at times whether you're trying for more stability or whether you're trying for more motion. Could be a lot of variables. But play with it, guys. Keep your basic parameters the same and play with it. No matter what, every time you're doing the exercise, you're learning. Forcing yourself to, not forcing, committing yourself to doing the exercise every day gets you to the point where we're going to start learning more about the exercise. So really the commitment comes first. And the commitment needs to be tied to a small amount, a little bit, right? You're committing to a little bit. You're committing to it every day. And then you're going to increase the exercise slowly. You're going to improve the exercise slowly, like we've been doing. So the daily commitment, yeah, that comes first. Anyway, guys, another long rambling video. I'm going to go try to watch my exercise and be like, when am I going to get to see if I did, how many squats I did, because I was messing the numbers around. Or when am I going to see how long I held on my guy? You know, I'm like, God, it's so much talking. I don't know. I know, but it's nice to sit out here in the sun, so that's good. And I get to think about things and kind of ramble while I talk and waste time on videos. There's all sorts of fun things about this. But you guys keep it up, guys. Just keep it up. Just keep it up just a little bit every day. Just do it every day. Just do a little bit. Whatever numbers you choose or whatever exercise you choose, just increase it very slowly. And you'll figure everything else out. Everything will come and you'll feel great about yourself. All right, guys? So good luck with your daily commitment. And we'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a real good one.